Hi there, Happy New Year to everyone. Apologies I haven't done a video for a while, but I managed to break 2 ribs before Christmas and they put us out of action for a couple of weeks, so back in the swing of things now, back to work after the new year. Been busy potting up plants and just generally looking after the big ones. So what we've got here, we're in the keeder at home, where all the electricity is, and just all the general plants that I've got. So what I've got here, so this here is the second batch of giant onions that I've got, and these are the first ones. So these ones here were sown early October, and the ones on the right there ready to be potted up are from a later batch, which is the very end of October. So there's about 4 weeks difference in the plants. Massive difference, as you can see. That 4 weeks makes all the difference. So having onions this time of year, that size, can either go one of 2 ways. You can either get some really big ones, fingers crossed, or they could come too early, which is the fear. So what me and Gary from Jody Giant Veg have done, we've paired up just to save on costs. And what we've done is sown them 2 batches, like I say, and what we've got here is 12 giant onions. So they're in 3 litre air pot at the moment, and they are ready to be potted up into 9 litre air pot. So I was saying, with having early plants, you've got to be able to plant them out earlier, which we do have the facilities to plant out 12 plants on the lights in the greenhouse, in the heat, in pots. So we've put it out there, we've put 12 plants in. We haven't sown, say, 40 plants, which is what we'd like, that size, but we've sown 12 for the reason being, if we had 40 that size, we'd plant 40 out. So we haven't put all eggs in one basket. We've got the later batch there, and we've still got the big ones there. So fingers crossed, out of all that, we should get some on the bench this year, over £15. But we'll see what happens. The varieties, well, the strains that I'm growing this year are from Peter Glazebrook, from his standard packets that everyone gets, and we've also managed to get a secret packet of Peter Glazebrook. So they are from a long neck onion, so fingers crossed we can do them some justice and get them on the bench and get them to a decent size. Half of these plants in the air pot are grown in canna cocoa, and they are fed the 2-pot feed, canna A and B, and the other half's in compost for comparison. So the ones that are in cocoa, they're nigh exactly the same size at the minute. Foliage is exactly the same colour, in both. There's no difference in them at the moment, but hopefully later on they'll be easier to water, and just keep track of the plants. So fingers crossed. A little bit of tip burning. These have just been moved out of the 24-hour light box and onto the 12-hour CFL grow light, and hopefully they'll just carry on growing at the same rate. So these have been out of the 24 hours for around 4 weeks now, and they're still motoring on. Really tall plants, so fingers crossed we can get some good ones. Dahlias, I've traded up most of the dahlias that I've got, that I want to be growing this year. I'm going to have a good crack at it at the national show. Hopefully I'll be aiming for the novice classes, but should have some plants. I'm growing 280 plants this year. Maybe it's 300 if I can get them in, but 280 is comfortably going to fit in, and have a stab at as I say, the novice class, and maybe there's a couple in the other classes if I've got the numbers, of course, in the quality flowers. So dahlias are up, the heated bed's on, switched on, and everything's just ticking over, ready to start shooting. Quickly dive down to the leeks. So pot leeks have just been put into the grow box. They were growing away a bit slow. They're about the size that I like them to be. but I've just put them under the 12-hour lights for 4 weeks just to give them a boost and hopefully get the size up this year. I'm really going to have a good crack at it this year, and hopefully I can get some really good plants and be able to track the progress on the YouTube channel, of course. So that's it. Quick video around the greenhouse at home, and we'll have a little peek down the allotment now. We'll have a trip down there. Alright, so we're now at the garden, and as you can see, I've managed to get a load of manure delivered. Not the most rotted stuff, but it'll do for the dahlia bed. Some good organic material in there. So what I've done is put it on the tops of the beds. Just needs raked out so that it's even across the beds, and what that'll do is allow the worms to get down and do their work. So all the beds are done, all manured up, and I managed to fill the two bins here with it as well. So I'll leave that to rot down for a year or so, and then I'll stick it on my leek trenches. So another thing is, I managed to get all the beds segregated out so that I can grow 20 plants in each bed, and I should get 60 plants in the 2 long beds down the bottom. The next job is covered area. It's going right the way down. This full area here, and these ones here, these 4 beds here, will be left open with no covers on. Just grow me miniatures and smalls on them. I've stripped the raspberry canes out of here and moved them down the bottom of the garden, and my wife's gonna plant them up so that the kids have still got them come springtime. So that's the beds all sorted. Just needs, as I say, raked out and then rotivated in the spring, and hopefully get some good fertile soil and grow some decent dahlias this year. So into the leek trenches, what I've done is I've topped the trenches up with the soil from the dahlia beds, which is it's like John Innan's number 3. Really nice texture to the soil. And what I've put on top of the trenches at the minute is volcanic rock dust. You can put as much of that on as you want. I think it doesn't lock up the soil, and it just puts goodness back into the soil. It's got a lot of trace elements in. So leek trenches just need rotivated. I've sent the samples away to be tested, and I should get the results back soon as to what I need to add to the beds, and just add what's necessary. Into the other tunnel, plans in here are hopefully to put a pot system along the side here and grow some big onions in this trench again. I've mucked that trench and I'm just going to top it up with soil. So that's it. There's nothing in the greenhouse yet. Not turning the gas on down here at the moment, but I'll do an update in a couple of weeks time, and I'll hopefully have plenty of plants to show you. So that's it. Thanks for watching.